Hello everyone, it's Robin here and welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited to see you all today. Today we'll be looking at my reading journal and I'll be updating it for the books that I read in April, but I also have something else because I have my book of the month box here and I'm really excited about the choices I have this week. May is my birthday month, so there's also a free book in here and I can't wait to get this open and check it out. So let's flip the camera down and just do all the things. So here we are with my book journal. We have a lot of fun things happening on my desk right now. I have my book of the month box right here. And when we finish filling out the journal, I'm going to open this and share with you the books that I chose for May. I'm pretty excited about this box again because May is my birthday month and one of the books I received for free. So that was pretty exciting. Well, let's get to our monthly view first. So we are in April right here. I read 2 books in April, so we're gonna fill that out. Let's move all this aside and get started. Okay, I think I have everything I need right now. So I read 2 books in April. I read Wayward, which is right here. Look at that cover, isn't it gorgeous? And I also read Escape into Cottagecore. This is such a cute book. The cover, it's not fabric, but it's textured. It has that type of fabric feel to it. It looks really nice on the bookshelf, very spring-like. And it says, embrace cozy countryside comfort in your everyday. So these are the 2 books I read, and we'll be talking about those as we go. And I also started Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting, which was a book I was really looking forward to this month, but I did put it down and started reading something else. Not that the book wasn't good. I really enjoyed it. I will pick it up again, but it's a similar to a Bridgerton type story, and I had just finished watching all of Bridgerton and it was messing with me. So those are the books we are dealing with. So let's go to the trackers real quick. I went ahead and filled some things out just so that we could save some time because I do want to get to the books. So I read both books were in hardcover. So for my Goodreads goal of 32, I read hardcover. So we're going to use this teal and color it in. So I've color coded this page so that at a glance I can see, am I reading more hardcover? Am I reading more Kindle? Or am I reading more audio? So I think I'm reading a lot on my Kindle. I'm not very attuned in the audio books because I'm a very visual person, so I have a hard time with that, but I have read some. I have 2 up here in audio. So there, we're up to date there. We have 10 books so far this month, so that's fun. This monthly stats page, I'll fill this out after I get my page numbers done, so we'll go back to that. But here's my books read, and this is the page I love putting in. So I print out book covers for the books I read. I print out 3 different sizes. I use them for different areas in here. So let me show you the sizes that I do. I put my ruler out here. So the smallest size, which I use on this book's read, this is roughly the height of 1.5 inches. So you can see that there. I print them out to match the height so that they're consistent. And then the width is whatever it is. This next size here is roughly 2 inches tall, so that's really cute too. Look at that. And then I print the largest size in roughly 2.5 inches tall. And this book I use as my favorite book for the month. So I have spaces where I put all of these. Again, I use the smallest 1.5 inch here, so I have that here. And I'll show you where the other ones are used here in a moment. But I'm going to put these right in my bookshelf. I printed these book covers on sticker paper because I have sticker paper readily available to me. But you can print it on cardstock or even photo paper if you want. It makes a really cute visual here. But as you can see, some of them are wider than others, so I just make the top consistent. So there's my books read for 2023. Super cute. My next page is my bookshelf. I already wrote them in, and I'm coloring this in with color pencils, and the way I'm doing that, we're going to choose this lovely kind of fuchsia color. I have my key at the bottom here. So this is January, February, March. This is April, is going to be in this color. So I have 12 of these squares at the bottom, so I know at a glance which month I read which book. So I'm going to go ahead and color these books in. Okay, oh my gosh, that looks really cute. So I have done it both ways with colored pencils. I've written the word and then colored it in, but I've also colored it in and then written the word on top of it, and it works out. But that is super fun. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our review section, and this is where I'm putting all the books that I am reading. And we came down to Wayward, and this is where I'm going to use that middle size, and it's the 2-inch size, to put right here. So this was such a fun read for me. I absolutely loved this book. So let me jet this up right around here. Looks good. And I'm going to use the stickers from my Etsy shop. These are the review star stickers. And that way I can color in my star rating right here at the bottom. Super cute. Let me get my pen. Have my gold mild liner here. And again, I loved this book. So we're giving her 5 stars. So this is by Amelia Hart. And I think it was a first novel of hers, which is really fun, because then if she starts writing more, I'll really like it a lot, because I'll have more books that I want to read from her. So Wayward is 323 pages. It's magical realism, which is also, you could put it in the fantasy genre too, if your genres are listed that way. But I wanted to put the magical realism because it does have that quality, and I'm really getting interested in these types of books this year that have that kind of magical witchy vibe going on, but a little more on the lighter side. I don't know. I don't want to say this is light, but we'll see. We'll see. So this is about 3 women, Altha, Violet, and Kate. And let me read. So what I'd like to do is write 3 things about the book. So my first thing says 1619 witch trial, 1942 rape, 2019 abuse. So these women come from these different generations, but they're all within the same family line. They're all connected. So Altha, we start with her story in 1619, and she is being tried for being a witch. In 1942, we have Violet, and she's a young girl that lives in this mansion with her brother and her family and a lot of servants and that type of thing, and she's never let out. So why is all that? Why is she never let anywhere? And someone comes to town to stay with them and has his way with her, and then she is shamed and banished from the family and that type of thing. And then in 2019, we have Kate, who is escaping an abusive relationship. Now, number 2, this book is it about witchcraft? Or is it about a power of nature? So it's really interesting, because this book talked about witchcraft being a term that was a man-made term. These women all are just in tune with nature and the power of nature. And I found that very, very interesting. So this is about 3 women connected, and they're all connected with this wayward cottage. So we visit this cottage with each of these women, and that's where they all get connected. So Kate, when she escapes her abusive relationship, lands at this cottage. Violet, when she's banished from the mansion, is in the cottage, and this is the cottage of Altha. And I telling you, I really enjoyed this book. So I am getting very into that magical realism kind of thing, and just had it fun. This was a book from Book of the Month, and I don't know if I would have picked it up had it not been a selection from Book of the Month. But I was attracted first because I thought this cover was amazing. I love this color green in here. There's this crow going on, which has to do with the story too, and then all of these insects and flora and fauna kind of thing going on in here, right? Love it. Okay, let's turn this over and get to the next book. Springtime, Escape into Cottagecore. So who here is involved or is interested in this whole cottagecore movement going on? I'm really interested in it. I think it's really cool. So it's this says, again, embracing cozy countryside comfort in your everyday. And it really is about a simple way of cozy living. And it kind of goes back to cottage living, which is interesting because the Wayward book is about a cottage too. So it kind of has that dark cottagecore vibes going on, if you will. Let's go ahead and put this sticker right here, our book cover. And this book here shows you a lot of different things about cottagecore that you can do in your everyday life. Let me just give you kind of a look at the inside of this book. So let's see, the beginning talks about gardening. So that's a huge thing in the cottagecore movement. We have fashion, and you know, it's all back in this vintage time and easy, and you know, cotton and you know, stuff like that. Food, there's some recipes in here too, which is really fun. Fresh vegetables and gardening. So in the first book I read, Wayward Cottage, there was a lot of gardening going on, some outdoor life. So it's just very, very interesting. Magic and enchantments. So they also have in cottagecore, they do have that kind of magic situation going on. So it's just interesting. And this book was really cute and it's really pretty. So I really liked it for that. Mindful connection with everyday things. And the book has about food and films and fashion and more. So some cottagecore films that are very popular would be like Anne of Green Gables. I think another one would probably be Little Women. Movies and books of that nature. I gave it 4 stars because it's just kind of fun, right? Just kind of fun book. Okay, one thing I forgot to put in here is I do like to put in, did I read it in hardcover or Kindle or audio? And I did read this in hardcover. So I want to put that sticker right here. Let's put my little book sticker there so that I remember. And I also read Wayward in hardcover. So these are all stickers that are on my Etsy shop. There, super fun. Okay, so let's go back. So now that we have, how many pages was this one? 202, so not very long, not very long at all. So let's go back here to this other tracker. So here we have our tracker here, and I just filled it all out, and I forgot to bring you along with me. So for April, I read 2 books, and for my pages turned, it was 525. So we are rolling along here. I created this page from a sticker set that I also have on my Etsy shop. I'll put a link down below for the Etsy shop, but also for how I put this book journal together. So if you missed out on that, you can go back and look at it. I am enjoying it quite a bit, even though I am reading 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4, but you know, 2 and 3 is probably a very normal amount of books for me during a month. I'm still enjoying making a reading journal for it, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to go back to my April because I want to make my page similar to what I made here, and this is my overview of what I read during the month, what my favorite book was, a quote, and all of the good things. I have this washi tape that I picked up from the washi tape shop, and it's just this script washi tape, and I really love it. It's very long, but I think what I want to do is, let me cut a piece off. Well, let me tear it off from right now, and I think I want to tear it down the center. It does tear very easily. And I'm going to carefully tear it sort of down the center. We'll see if this works, right? So we have a little bit of a jagged edge, but I'm still trying to make it somewhat even. Kind of working, because I want to put a piece at the top and a piece at the bottom. Okay, let's put this one aside. And while you can't really read what the words are, you can kind of see that this is the correct side, it's facing the right way. So I'm going to put this right at the bottom. Super fun. Just like so. And this other piece, I'm going to put at the top, getting it going in the right direction again. I think this will be really nice for this month's page. Okay, super cute. Let's cut this off. I haven't used this yet. It's been sitting waiting. And sometimes that's hard. You get these fun things and then you don't use them right away. Do I want that to go all the way to the end? Probably not. I'm going to cut that probably down. Let's do that. I'm going to cut this just shy of my my disc holes here. So I'm just using my Llama Target card and a straight edge to just give it a line cut and see if I can pull that up. Very easy. This washi tape is really nice. It's very thin. Wow. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, so I need to put April up here at the top, and this is my monthly script sticker sheet. So I'm going to put this right about here. Oh, I really like this washi. It's super cool. And I have the two different sizes. I have the 2-inch size and the 2.5 inch. The 2-inch are for the books I read. The 2.5 inch is for my favorite book of the month that I prominently place right up here, the top, center, somewhat center, right? We'll use this dot grid to try to figure this out. I actually want to go down just a bit. Do I? Yes, because I have a quote that I want to write, and I think I want to start it at the top. We'll see how that goes. And the escape into cottagecore I'll put here near the bottom. And I'll let it kind of settle into that down there. Okay, perfection. And some things that I like to put before I do these things, I do like to, you know, with my mind saying, hey, I could be reading lots of books during a month, which maybe I could. I put all 3 of these icons here so I can write down how many of each book I read each month. So I can go back and kind of look at it, right? So that's the audio, and then here's the Kindle. And we'll just go like so. And this one's pretty simple because I read 2 books and 0 of each of these, which is surprising because I love my Kindle. So, okay, so far so good. Down here I write how many pages I read again. Let me white this out so that we can put some washi strips across here and make it look very cute. Let me write my pages down here and get some washi. I think what I'm going to do, these are the 2 washis that I used in the back end. I'm going to use this green for the Wayward book. I really like skinny washi. It's super fun and adds a little fun pop of color just wherever you need it, right? So we'll put that right there. I think this will just pull up if I do that. Sometimes it doesn't if there's gold foiling, if you're hitting the gold foiling, but this seems to pull up just fine. So we'll put some down here too. Cute. So I used the green and then I used this blue for in the back end under my review for this book. So that's fun. I have this mild liner. It's not really that green, but it's kind of maybe between green and blue. I'm gonna write the word pages in big letters. Just like so. Okay, that looks really cute. And let me write down the number of pages, and it was 525. There you go. Be proud about what you read, right? There you go. And so now I have a quote to put in here and then a little bit of decor. I usually like to put some kind of decor quote up here. Actually, let me put this decor in because I have this. So this book has this big crow and I love it. So I have this sticker book. Have you ever seen these? This a bibliophilia. Oh my goodness. This is fun. Rod got me this for Christmas. Look at these stickers. Look. It's like stickers of your nightmares. But I love them. They're so cool. And I've been wanting to do junk journaling and whatnot. And look, there's this big giant crow right here. And I'm going to put him in here because I think he will really fit. I have not pulled a sticker out of here yet. I've had this since Christmas. And I'm really excited about using this sticker. We might pull some of these other ones in too. We will see. But he's definitely going in because this had a lot to do with the story. So where should we put him? I don't really want to lose his tail. I could just stick him right here. This is very ominous. But you know what? I like it. Okay, let me go ahead and put the quote in, and then we'll figure out what else we're going to do. Look at that giant crow. Love it. Okay, so I have it right here. So the quote from this book that really got me was, "We never thought of ourselves as witches. For this was a word invented by men, a word that brings power to those who speak it, not to those it describes. A word that builds gallows and pyres, turns breathing women into corpses." No, it's not a word we ever used. And that just struck me because I think back to like the Salem witch trials and that type of thing, which this book kind of has a little bit of that, right? And it just, how all of that was so just horrific, just horrific. So that is an extra long quote, I know, but we're going with it. We're going with it. Okay, I went back to this book because I wanted some of these florals. I don't think I want any bugs or insects going on in here, but I do want a couple of these florals in here, and I found some on this page. We'll just put a couple. I'm going to pull this one, and I'm going to pull this one right here. This book is really fun. I'm going to have to bring it out more. It's just a lot of weird, quirky stickers. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I have these. I think I'm going to go like that. I'm going to put this down here with cottage core so it's not just sitting there by itself. Oh, it's gorgeous. And then we'll give this cute bird here some of this action. Right? That's just no rhyme or reason why I'm setting it like that. Here we go. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, I like this. Let's put this in the journal so that we can get to looking at the books I have for this next month. So I've really been enjoying putting this journal together, and now I have all these cool pages, right? Kind of memory keeping. Love it. Okay, let's set her aside and move all this and get our books. Okay, here we have our Book of the Month box. It's so tall. And, you know, I'm really loving Book of the Month. I did pause it in April. And that is a nice thing about Book of the Month because you can pause it. Because I was thinking I really just need to start reading a lot of the books that I'm getting. And so I paused it. But then again, of course, because it was my birthday month. Yes. Woo, look at that. I'm so excited. We went ahead and obviously took this month. So this was my main pick for the month, and it's Abby Jimenez, yours truly. I really enjoyed her last book, Part of Your World, so I wanted to get this one too. So it's the May, it was one of the Book of the Month selections. And this is a novel of terrible first impressions, hilarious second chances, and the joy in finding your perfect match from the best-selling author of Part of Your World. So this is about two doctors, Dr. Brianna and Dr. Jacob Maddox. So Brianna Ortiz and Jacob Maddox. And I think this book might have something to do with the same world as Part of Your World because she was a doctor in that book too. So I'm pretty excited about that. So her brother is running out of time to find a kidney donor, and she wants a promotion, and then there's this new man doctor that comes in and of course just changes all that. So I think it's this whole love-hate type relationship going on. So it'll be really fun. So Abby Jimenez writing, I really enjoy it. It's lighthearted, it's fun, it's romance and quirky and all the things. I'm going to see how many pages we have here. So, here's a reading group guide, which is really nice. And that's acknowledgments. So we have 387 pages. So this should be a lot of fun. Let me grab the next book. This is Someone Else's Shoes by Jojo Moyes. I have not read this author before, but I was really intrigued by this book. I think the pages, the cover is really pretty. So this book says, who are you when you are forced to walk in someone else's shoes? And this follows two women, Nisha Cantor and Sam Kemp, and they accidentally switch gym bags. Now, Nisha Cantor is very wealthy, and Sam Kemp is struggling to keep her family afloat. So we have two very different lives going on, and these gym bags get switched, and it's how the women cope with the lives with their newfound findings in these gym bags. So Nisha Cantor, while she has all the money in the world, her husband cuts her off and divorces her. And then Sam Kemp, I think she's trying to get a promotion and whatnot. So she ends up with Nisha's bag, and things in her bag might help her, and things in Sam's bag, I don't know, will it help Nisha? Maybe in some way. But I thought this was really interesting. So this book, there's an epilogue. Don't read the words. Don't read the last page. Don't read the words. There are 400, oh, that's the acknowledgments. But there's over 400 pages, 433, which is really fun. So what intrigued me about this book too is that idea of switching bags. I remember watching Mad About You back in the day, and there was an episode, and it's one of my favorite, where Jamie and her sister Lisa, so two very different people. Jamie's somewhat put together, especially when you compare her to Lisa, who is all over the place, not put together. They accidentally switch purses, and because of what's in each purse sets off how their day goes. The put together Jamie's day is all over the place, like because she can't find anything. And Lisa, all of a sudden, she's having all the best luck in the world, and she's getting all the things. So I think that's really why I picked this up, but I'm really excited about it. And it's kind of, I don't know, will they get together? Will they become friends? I don't know, but I'm excited about it. Let's get the last book, because I'm really excited about this one, because it is Beach Read by Emily Henry. I'm so excited about this. Love Emily Henry. Her books are great. And you can kind of see I have a theme going on with these books, right? They're kind of lighthearted, romancy type books. So Beach Read, I wanted to read this for a while, but I didn't even have a copy. I thought I would have got a copy, but I didn't. But now I do, and it's in hardback, and I'm excited. And this is about two people, and it's about writers, which is also really fun. So Augustus Everett writes literary fiction, and January Andrews writes best-selling romances. And it says here, while she pens the happily ever after, he kills off an entire cast. So of course they're polar opposites, and of course they're gonna get stuck together. So the next 3 months, they're living in a neighboring beach house, and they both have writer's block. So what they do is they kind of decide to write each other's stories, and that just sounds like fun, and it's beachy. And you know, summer's coming, and I just want some more lighthearted reads, and I think this will be really cool. So there are 358 pages of pure pleasure going on in this book, and I can't wait to get this one started. So these are the 3 books I picked up from Book of the Month, and they all look gorgeous, don't they? Look at them. They blend, they match. They're really pretty. I don't know which one I'm gonna read first. I'm really interested in Someone Else's Shoes, though. So I might hit that one first, for sure. But I do have all of these books, and I'm excited for this. And I'm also excited about my reading journal here, and I love putting this together. I love doing all the trackers and all the things and putting the books in here and writing the quotes, and it's just been a lot of fun. Decorating this page has been a lot of fun too. Let me know, what are you reading? I would love to hear from you down below. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!